Hello everyone and welcome. This is Shades of Love and I'm Ashlee and you are you and we're all here. So hi, how are ya? I hope everyone's doing well. If you're new to this channel, then I welcome you. Thank you for joining, and if you aren't new and you're returning, then thank you as well and welcome back. Here I share romance novels that I read aloud to you that I have written. They do have adult content, so just a heads up. I hope you're 18 or older, because that's how old you should be if you're going to listen to this video. I forgot. Jeez. It hasn't been that long. It's only been a little bit since I did an intro, and I'm totally blanking. But I do know that I'm supposed to ask you guys to subscribe and ring the notification bell, so that way you know when to come back and see a new video. So you can do that now. I'll wait. Done? Yeah, you're done. Okay, so anyway, thank you, because that's awesome. I love you. Appreciate you. I really do. Because then you doing that is letting me show my husband that this is a good thing to do. So yeah. I don't know. What was I gonna say? I hope you're well though. I hope you're really doing well and had a great week or weekend and have great plans coming up. Because I don't yet, as of the filming of this video. So that may change. You never know. But anyway, I will stop rambling because that's not why you're here. I will let you guys continue watching. And then at the end of the video, if you like what you heard and you like what you see, then just leave a comment and a like. Give me a thumbs up. And then let me know what you thought. Like, did you hate it? Did you like it? Do you want more? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you want more of it? Oh, I love that song. Yes, I do. Anyway, continue watching because the next chapter is on the way. Chapter 10 of School's Out by me, Miss Thomas. She was excited. The party was this evening, and then she would finally be on break. Although she would miss her rendezvous with Mr. Cooper, she was looking forward to having the summer to dedicate her time to being the best wife to her husband that she could be. He was ready and waiting for her downstairs. When she got home this afternoon, he had a few people waiting for her to style her hair and makeup. He spoiled her, and she was grateful for the attention. These staff parties, this being her third one attending, were an evening of glamour, a way for them to all dress up and enjoy a fancy evening after working hard throughout the school year. She slid her golden gown over her head and let it settle against her body. It was snug but not too tight. Mr. Cooper picked out the color, and her husband loved it on her when she modeled it for him. It showed off her curves and accentuated her waist. The top of it was low cut, showing just a bit of cleavage, but not an inappropriate amount. She twisted and turned in front of the full-length mirror, loving the way she looked. She usually did her best to make a good impression, but dressing up like this happened only on rare occasions. She put on her matching jewelry set, earrings, bracelet, and necklace. Her husband gave her the collection as a 5th anniversary gift, and she loved each piece. They had become her go-to set for special occasions, and this evening counted as one of them. She slid her gloves over her hands and up her arms to her elbows and stepped back again to admire herself one last time before heading downstairs and to the party. With a nod of approval, she left her room and ambled down the stairs. When she was halfway down, her husband appeared at the foot, and he took her breath away. He looked terrific and regal in his suit. She laughed when he let out a whistle. "Damn, sweetheart, you look like a goddess." He took her hand and lifted it to his mouth for a tender kiss. "Thank you," she replied, breathless from the gesture. "You look quite dashing yourself." I'd have to look my best to show up with you. He wrapped her hand in the crook of his arm and led her out to the chauffeured vehicle he had hired for the evening. He waved the driver away when he tried to open the door, and he got it himself, helping her inside, then sliding in after her. The drive to the hall wasn't a long one, and before they knew it, their door was open, and they were stepping out and into the humid night air. Her husband took her hand and led her to the grand room, beautifully decorated by Mr. Cooper's wife. "Doesn't it look wonderful?" she whispered to her husband, and he nodded. "It does." "Would you excuse me? I wanted to say hi to one of the ladies. Meet me at the bar in a few minutes," she asked. "Of course." He kissed her cheek and walked over to order their drinks. She rushed to the closet where she and Mr. Cooper planned to meet and waited for him. After a few moments, the door opened and Mr. Cooper stepped inside. "Thank God you showed up." "I was beginning to worry," she replied, relieved he had shown as planned. "You think I'd miss this?" he asked, and grabbed her waist, pulling her in for a scorching kiss. "Turn around and lift your dress," he ordered her, and she did. He bent forward and placed her hands on the low shelf in front of her. "This has to be quick," he told her. "I don't care, just fuck me," she said, slick and ready for his entrance. He dropped his pants to the floor and moved behind her, pressing his erection against her entrance and pushing into her sex. "Oh, God," she moaned. It felt so good to have him in her again. "Fuck, Belle, you feel so good. I'm going to miss this during summer," he said as he slammed into her over and over. "Me too," she grunted as he thrust faster and faster. Within minutes, they were both soaring over that edge, moaning out their climaxes and doing their best to remain as quiet as possible so no one walked in on them. As soon as he finished, he pulled away. Belle straightened her dress and asked for his help in touching up her hair. "I'm going to head to the bathroom and repair myself. I'll see you around later," she asked. "I'll be here all night," he joked, and then he kissed her on the cheek and snuck out of the closet. She waited a few minutes before leaving and heading to the ladies' room. The Epilogue. From School's Out by me. He stood near one of the tables laden with food and spoke to a few of the staff and their spouses. It was getting late and some of the party-goers were gathering their things and getting ready to leave. "Well, Mr. Cooper, where's your wife tonight?" Miss Shanks asked, and a few of the other teachers and Mrs. Phillips wondered as well. "Oh, she's here." He lifted his head over and surveyed the room, spotting his gorgeous wife talking to a few people. She caught his eye and he waved her over to them. "Oh, here she comes now," he told the group as she approached. When she was close enough, he wrapped his arm around her tiny waist and pulled her to his side, kissing the top of her head when her hand went around his back. "Hey," she smiled up at him. "Hey, you. You enjoying the night?" he asked her. "Oh, I am. I'm always excited seeing all the people enjoy themselves after a year of hard work. Relaxing during an evening like this has to be a nice break." He turned to the group so he could formally introduce his beautiful wife to them. "Everyone, I believe you know my wife, Mrs. Cooper, or Miss Thomas, as she goes by at school. When she hired on, she decided to use her maiden name so she wouldn't receive preferential treatment from anybody." He laughed to himself and wished that he could have brought his camera so that he could capture the look on their faces, a mixture of embarrassment and shock displayed across the features of the women, while admiration and envy were in the men's eyes. "Nice to meet you all," Belle laughed. She had to have enjoyed making this announcement to them all after all the things that she had heard them say about her and him for the majority of the school year. He couldn't wait to get his wife to the hotel where they could celebrate their anniversary one-on-one in the same room that they always used to celebrate since their wedding night. "Well, if you'll all excuse us, we have an anniversary to celebrate this weekend. Thank you all for another great year of school. Thank you for coming. I hope you all enjoy your night. Have a great summer." With that said, he pulled Belle's hand and led her out of the grand room and to the car. Once they were inside, they burst into laughter. "Did you see the stunned expressions on their faces?" Belle managed to get through her laughter. He took a few breaths so he could reply. It was one of the best announcements ever, he finally managed. Belle stopped and said, "Well, not the best. The best is this." She took his hand and placed it across her abdomen. He looked into her eyes and she nodded. "Yeah, about 2 months now." "Damn, I love you." He pulled her into his lap and kissed his wife, a kiss filled with passion, lust, and love. "I'm so glad school's out," she laughed and pulled his head down for another kiss. It was going to be one fantastic summer. The end. Thank you for watching. For more videos like this, please like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload the next chapter. And remember, today was just one chapter of your story.